If you just nailed your crossback straddle on the aerial silks and you want to add some grace to it, then this routine is for you.
Hi, Aerialists! Yes, as Karina mentioned, this is a crossback straddle routine where we get to add some grace and work on some really nice shapes from that transition.
Yes, and the good thing about this routine is that the hardest part is really getting into your footlocks and doing that little pull up when you cross back straddle. Everything else you're doing in footlock, so you're not using so much strength.
Yeah, and you know, the best thing is that if you're working with a low ceiling, especially, you can start this routine like pretty low on the floor and you'll still have enough space to do everything. There's nothing where you have to worry about different levels of doing different poses. So very friendly for when you're at home.
Yes.
Before we start, let's do a quick safety check. Let's start by checking our equipment, make sure everything is okay with your rigging and stuff. Make sure that you have a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances. And make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, we'll leave them in a playlist right up here. So if you haven't warmed up as yet, go do that first and then come back to this video to try it with us. Make sure you're wearing the right clothing for this routine, which is just something you're comfortable in. There's not really anything you need to worry about where the fabric's rubbing against you in a weird way. So yeah, Karina, thanks for not putting together a painful routine this time. Make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with so they can be your GPS in the air, your cheerleader, annoy you a lot like her. And if something happens, they're there to call someone or assist you.
When did I annoy you today?
You kind of annoy me every day. I thought that's your job.
Yeah, but I'm thinking I did not annoy you today. Except when I sent you that message earlier.
Yes, that was very annoying.
But this is not when we were training. Anyway.
I'm sure at some point today, you did something to try to annoy me.
You have a reputation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You wouldn't trust someone who went to jail for robbery in a bank, right? No. Or with your prized possessions. So, you know, reputations. Anyway, take it away.
You cannot find the music for this routine synced up in this video. This is a tutorial video where we teach you how we do the poses, how we transition between poses, and give you the tips and tricks that helped us to make it a lot easier while we're learning it. So that when you give it a try, you don't have the same struggles that we have. But if you want to see it synced up to the music, we did leave a short for you right up here. Is this one longer than a minute?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm not sure if it's longer than a minute. We're having some little issues where YouTube starts blocking our videos if it is longer than a minute and we add music to it. So you might have to look for 2 videos.
Hopefully not.
Taylor will put it up there for you guys.
Yeah, I'm hoping I just have to make 1 video. I hate cutting the 2. Then YouTube only shows the second one to 7 people anyway. So, I mean, guys, you can change that. Go look for that video. Oh my gosh.
We also want to welcome you to come back to the channel on Friday. On Friday, we release a YouTube video that shows both of us doing the routine. And it's just a way for you to see 2 people do the same routine. So you can see when 2 people do it, it might look a little bit different, and that's okay. I am super fast on the silks. Taylor is a little bit slower. She likes to extend more and do more things. So the timing of our music and the video is a little bit different, but that's fine because we're moving for what is comfortable for us and what is comfortable for our body and what we're used to and the way we're used to moving on the silks. If you haven't noticed, I tend to do everything like really fast.
Yeah, including talking.
Including talking.
Well, right now it's helpful. Go ahead.
Yes, so we do want to invite you to come back on Friday to look at that video so you have an idea of what it is that we intended when we created this routine to this specific song. We will also leave you the song information, so a link to the song that we use along with the time in which we get started down in the description below. I've been obsessed with this song all week. It's so beautiful.
It's a nice song.
Yes, it's such a beautiful song. So, and it's excellent for silks, so you will want to check that one out.
Now that we've covered everything, let's get started.
Aerialists, for this routine, we are going to be starting in the air from our egg beaters. So while Taylor is getting into her egg beaters, I want you to know that if you're working on a low ceiling, make sure that you do your egg beaters quite low so that you have enough space to be able to do the rest of the routine, because we're going to be doing a crossback straddle. So now that you're in egg beaters, so Taylor is going to bring her left shoulder between the two poles, and she's going to rest her body against that pole that is behind her, and she's going to make sure it comes to her shoulder, so on the right of her, the next to her right ear, and she's going to bring that left leg in front of the right leg and fold it over, so hook at the knee, and she's going to get into this position here. So you're basically just relaxing in this position. You're relaxing in this position, and it's important for you to remember that you're supposed to keep your right hand behind the pole. Don't bring your armpits in front, because then you won't be able to do the other parts of the routine. So we're starting here, and we're starting by taking our left hand and just passing it from our legs to over our body and bringing it over our head before we reach up for that pole behind our ear in a flamenco grip. So pay attention to her grip. Her thumbs are facing the ceiling, so thumbs up. And here she's going to release her body, bring it behind the pole as she extends her body to do this extension. Make sure to extend that top arm and don't keep it bent so that you're not using too much energy. From here, she's going to reach her right hand to hold the other pole, the free pole, and she's going to open up into a split. So for this split, you're going to have your right leg in front and your left leg behind. If you want to do it the other side, you're going to have to keep in mind, keep the things that I'm going to say in mind so that you can do it. So now she's not going to change her left hand. She's going to reach her right hand for the pole on top. She's doing it again with her thumb facing up, and she's coming in front of the pole. She's taking that elbow and hooking that pole there. You don't have to hook under your armpit, but keep it there so that you can turn your body towards that elbow. You have to do it.
Here are the things that you need to keep in mind when you are doing that crossback straddle. So you're going to come from that split with your right leg in front of the split. You're going to pull your body up and close your legs to come to standing. Your legs are still going to be opened a little here, but as you come to standing, as you find your balance, you're going to release that right hand and reach for the left pole behind you in a flamenco grip. So your thumbs will be facing forward. You need to keep that left hand holding onto the pole on top, and you'd kind of bend it so that it locks the pole into place behind you as you rotate your body towards the outside of your left toe. Once you do this, the fabric will come across on the other side, and you insert your left hand into this space here and push your upper body through to bring your right armpit to hook on that pole. Here you can do a couple of extensions before you continue, and you hold on back to both poles. And now you're going to open up your legs to come into this crossback.
You're going to hold a little above you, pull up and straddle over. So once you're in the crossback straddle, you're going to reach for the poles and you're going to add spin. Hold the poles here and you're going to open them up a little, especially if you have a short silk that's probably knotted at the bottom. So when you're adding spin, it's going to knot at the bottom. So just pull them apart a bit. And then you're going to reach up with the pole, the tails in your hands, and hold the pole between your legs. Make sure that your head comes between the tails. Yes, just like that. And then you're going to start bringing your body up. And while you're here, you're going to adjust to hold higher. Make sure they're even and keep your legs extended out in that straddle. Engage your hip flexors. Your arms are helping you to hold this position here, and make sure that you're not closing your legs. So open up that straddle. From here, you're going to release the tails and release them down and close your legs, bring them together as you pull up a little to create space. And then you're going to extend. So hold the pole that is close to your left hand, hold it with your left hand and do some extensions with your right hand. And then when the music changes, you're going to want to bring your body through that space. So bring your body through the poles and then release that hand and extend into a split, and the poles on top should remain crossed. So it's important to know that if you are doing it with holding the left side to enter, you're holding with your left hand. If you're doing it holding the right side to enter the crossback, you're holding with your right hand when you do this one. So you're holding the pole that is on top in your crossback. From here, you're going to hold on to both poles and release your egg beaters. You come into a split. And once you're done, you release your egg beaters. And that is the end of the routine. Thank you, Taylor.
That was so much fun. If you're still working on your crossback and you're not there as yet and you still want to try a routine that allows you to work on grace and extend, check out the routine we're leaving on screen for you where we still do some pretty splits, and we also have an assisted invert as well. We do some nice shapes from a rocking horse position. We'll leave the dance video on top and the routine tutorial at the bottom. And until next time, bye.